Hello everyone. Welcome to my Oct13-24 spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brings Claire's truth bomb, heart-stopping drama and new arrivals. Intense drama is hinted at in the Young and the Restless spoilers and updates for the week of October 13th to 17th. A number of character introductions. Furthermore, there is a hint of horror involving Sharon and Nick Newman, and Claire Newman is going to have a big shock in Los Angeles. Lucas Adams, Matt Cohen, and Tamara Braun make their debuts. And will there be another new character soon? Viewers are reminded by Y&R spoilers that a big week of debuts is approaching. On Tuesday, October 14th, Tamara Braun will make her debut as Sienna Bacall, the owner of a Hollywood club. In the meanwhile, Matt Cohen will play Detective Burrow in the upcoming episode that airs on Thursday, October 16th. Nick and Sharon will have arrived in Los Angeles by then, where they will discover more about Noah Newman's problems in dramatic scenes. To the horror of Nick and Sharon, Noah will eventually find himself in danger during the course of the week, and it seems that Detective Burrow will be called upon to help save him. But is there a chance for yet another debut? Victoria Newman and Roger Howarth will both make their debuts soon in a mystery role. Despite much conjecture that Roger Howarth would be the next Tucker McCall, the CBS soap opera has not revealed the character he will play. However, Claire will also be in Los Angeles, so Nick and Sharon won't be the only Genoa City residents there. However, with Victoria Newman scheduled to make an appearance, some people back home won't be able to resist the pull. Will the drama that is developing with Noah in LA cause Mama Bear Vicky to hurry down to see how Claire is doing? Or will something else concerning happen that makes her anxious? Claire's startling disclosure. In any case, Claire won't be surprised just by Victoria during her vacation, because Kyle Abbott is also coming to see her. When Kyle declared his desire to travel to Los Angeles earlier this week, he had a really stupid epiphany. To regain Claire's affection, he should really respect Claire's want for privacy and take a back seat. But would his pride allow him to do so? In actuality, he is his own worst adversary. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, Kyle is just making things worse with Claire, and coming up in Los Angeles without an invitation will only make things more difficult. Sharon's horror, Claire's adventure, and the debut of new characters. Spoilers for the week of October 13th on The Young and the Restless reveal some unexpected turns. Fans may anticipate Claire Grace Newman's journey through Los Angeles. New characters make their debut. In addition, Nick and Sharon Newman encounter some terror. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Tamara Braun makes her debut. First, let's talk about Tamara Braun. On Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, the actress will make her Y&R debut. The actress will portray Sienna Bacall, the proprietor of a Hollywood club. Noah Newman, who is opening a new club in Los Angeles, is involved in this. Additionally, Matt Cohen is scheduled to arrive on Thursday, October 16th. Cohen is said to be portraying Detective Burrow, the problem of Noah Newman. There must be an issue because Noah works at a club, most likely Sienna's club. Has there been a murder or a suicide attempt? Perhaps someone disappears? Either way, Sharon and Nick will find something terrible and wish to support their kid at this difficult time. Is Roger Howarth's appearance at the performance related to this? The journey of Claire Grace Newman. Other Genoa City residents will be in the big city together with Nick, Sharon, and Noah in Los Angeles with the newcomers. Anticipate Claire and Holden Novak embarking on their trip. But Victoria Newman made it clear that she would follow Claire. Kyle Abbott appears to be in LA as well, and he might even be able to keep Claire out of danger. That may be his cover narrative at the very least. Fans are aware of Claire's intense need for privacy and separation from Kyle. The girl insisted that he give her time to reflect and comprehend the situation, but Kyle simply won't let it go, and he may even come after her. I doubt Claire will be grateful even if he does spare her from Holden's trip. Kyle appears to be making every effort to permanently distance himself from Claire. Kyle might even shove Claire into Holden's bed and embrace. We don't know much about Holden, but based on Audra Charles's description, he enjoys living a risky life. Was she referring to skydiving or racing cars? Or does Holden engage in illegal activity? Let's examine what Audra meant when she said that Holden was living a perilous life. A week of emotional reconciliations and explosive arrivals. In recent Young and the Restless history, the week of October 13th to 17th, 2025, is expected to be one of the most captivating. The regular rhythm of Genoa City is upended by the arrival of new characters, the rekindling of old rivalries, and a startling revelation from Claire Grace Newman that shakes the hearts of multiple families. This is a pivotal week as relationships are reshaped, loyalties are put to the test, and sinister secrets are ultimately revealed. It's not simply another week of romance and intrigue. What starts out as an exciting journey to Los Angeles swiftly devolves into a terrifying nightmare of peril, treachery, and reality. Nick and Sharon Newman enter a glamorous Hollywood environment marred by criminal activity. Noah Newman's parents are drawn into a deadly web as his new life spirals out of hand. Through her emotional journey, Claire Newman comes to a realization that would destroy not only the foundation of her family, but also her own brittle sense of self. In the meantime, the soap opera enters a new age, characterized by intrigue, contemporary stakes, and combustible chemistry with the arrival of Tamara Braun, Matt Cohen, and shortly Roger Howarth. The debut of Tamara Braun as the secretive club queen, Sienna Bacall. Daytime icon Tamara Braun will make her much-awaited debut on The Young and the Restless on Tuesday, October 14th as Sienna Bacall, a formidable Hollywood club owner whose beauty, influence, and danger intersect in stunning ways. In a world where glitz conceals crime and seduction conceals treachery, Sienna is more than simply a socialite. She is a woman who started her own business from the bottom up. Behind the velvet curtains of her Los Angeles nightclub, the Bacall Room, which is a sparkling haven for the elite, including producers, movie stars, and moguls, there are far darker rumors going on. In an attempt to restore his reputation and career, Noah Newman has teamed up with Sienna to create and open a new location of her club empire. Noah, meanwhile, is going straight into a den of falsehood because his optimism prevents him from seeing the reality. As Sienna's adversaries begin to close in, Noah finds himself a casualty in a conflict he doesn't comprehend. Concerned by odd phone calls and Noah's abrupt quiet, Sharon and Nick board a plane to Los Angeles only to learn that their son's dream opportunity is linked to a criminal underbelly. Sharon recognizes the danger as soon as she enters Sienna's club. Something about the Bacall Room seems alive with dread, whether it's the flickering lights, the smoky air, or the overly polished personnel. Furthermore, despite her composure and charm, Sienna has an atmosphere that both intrigues and frightens Sharon. Every polite smile conceals a purpose. Every compliment has a calculation hidden behind it. After decades of tragedy and heartache, Sharon's instincts tell her that Sienna Bacall is not trustworthy. But as the week goes on, viewers start to question whether Sienna is the real bad guy or if she's just another person playing a part in a larger, more sinister scheme. Detective Burrow, a hero with shadows, Matt Cohen joins. On Thursday, October 16th, Matt Cohen made his debut as Detective James Burrow. After an anonymous tip leads to a late-night raid at Sienna's club, Burrow is introduced in the midst of pandemonium. Nick and Sharon storm onto the scene in search of their son as sirens blare and customers disperse. Burrow discovers Noah unconscious in the rear room among shattered glass and anxiety. Burrow attracts attention as soon as he enters the frame. Despite his calm conviction and commanding demeanor, there is a tinge of grief in his eyes. His presence is almost poetic. He is a guardian who is troubled by the things he was unable to defend in the past. This introduction feels like it was written just for fans who are familiar with Cohen's previous appearances. It's the tortured savior archetype that Y&R has been lacking. Burrow's relationship with Sienna is purposefully left open-ended. Were they lovers once? Is he shielding her, or is he looking into her? Mistrust and a faint chemistry start to develop between him and Sharon as he leads them through the investigation. Despite their professional cooperation, there is no denying the friction between them. Nick experiences jealousy that brings back memories of Newman's ferocious rage as his protective instincts take over. Sharon's fear is evident when Burrow tells them that Noah may have seen something he wasn't supposed to see. Noah could die from whatever he walked upon, and this time, no amount of money from Newman might be enough to make it go away. The mysterious role of Roger Howarth, the man in the shadows. Although the CBS network has not commented on Roger Howarth's role, fan rumors have sparked conjecture. Is he the new face of Tucker McCall, coming back to take back his empire? Or is he a brand new player connected to Sienna's dark world? Roger will make his appearance soon, and the timing couldn't be more diabolical, regardless of who he is. A strange individual shows up in Los Angeles just as Detective Burrow is starting to make connections between Sienna's past and the current commotion. The figure watches from a distance as Nick, Sharon, and Noah attempt to put together the truth. The emotional duality that Howarth's characters always possess, the capacity to both enchant and frighten in equal measure, may be remembered by viewers. His entrance is expected to combine classic soap opera intensity with psychological strain. The Newman family might be entering a much more perilous situation than they anticipate if he is, in fact, linked to Sienna or the crimes taking place in Los Angeles. The journey of Claire Grace Newman and her emotional discovery. While the city of Los Angeles offers glamour, violence, and mayhem, Claire Grace Newman is on her own parallel path of self-discovery. Claire's vacation to Los Angeles left her still reeling from past deception, guilt, and heartache. Is about healing as much as it is about freedom. However, it appears that fate is unwilling to grant her tranquility. Claire is soon torn between fascination and caution when she travels with Holden Novak, a dashing but enigmatic man who Audra Charles describes as someone who lives dangerously. Holden embodies all Claire has been yearning for: spontaneity, excitement, and escape. But beneath his endearing exterior, something is wrong. The tension is as evident as their connection. Claire wants to think that she is finally making progress, but she is plagued by memories of her cunning grandmother and her own dishonest behavior. The narratives start to clash when Holden asks her to a private party that is being held by Sienna Bacall. The past, present, and future of Claire come together at that glitzy club, surrounded by strangers and peril. Additionally, the emotional impact is profound when she unintentionally attends the same event as Sharon while looking for Noah. This reunion between mother and daughter is not like any other. This completes the cycle of fate. There is an unsaid bond that endures throughout years of suffering between Sharon's haunting eyes and Claire's sobbing bewilderment. However, the tranquility is fleeting. Holden vanishes in the middle of the night. "You were never supposed to be here," is the lurid message that appears on Claire's phone. What starts off as a way out swiftly becomes a nightmare, and Kyle Abbott enters the narrative just when it looks hopeless. Kyle Abbott's careless search and the repercussions. Kyle Abbott in Genoa City finds it unbearable to imagine Claire with someone else. He arranges a flight to Los Angeles despite her obvious requests for space, telling himself that he would win her back. However, underneath that rationalization is fear. The fear of losing control, of losing the woman who gave him a sense of reality once more. Kyle's impetuous actions reflect the worst qualities of his father, Jack Abbott. Obstinate pride combined with sincere enthusiasm. He becomes envious as he follows Claire's whereabouts and finds out about Holden. His entrance causes immediate turmoil when he eventually locates Claire at Sienna's club. Holden becomes defensive after his outburst attracts attention, and security steps in. After seeing Kyle's breakdown, Sharon, who is already tense from Noah's tragedy, knows that the Abbott heir has gone too far. However, Destiny has other ideas. Claire disappears later that evening. She leaves her hotel without a trace. It now feels like a death omen that she received the message informing her that she didn't belong. Despite his ill-advised plans, Kyle might be the only one who can locate her before it's too late. The mother's instinct awakens with the arrival of Victoria Newman. Back in Genoa City, Victoria Newman gets a disturbing call. Nick and Sharon are both dealing with a situation in LA, and her daughter has been unreachable. In defiance of advice, Victoria takes a plane to California with the intention of locating Claire and confronting anyone who stands in her path. Victoria's slick, controlled, and relentless entrance in Los Angeles is pure fire. As she fights with Kyle, presses Sharon for answers, and even confronts Detective Burrow for not acting quickly enough, her protective instincts come to life. Fans are reminded that Victoria is more than simply a successful businesswoman. She is a mother who has already lost too much in this infrequent exhibition of maternal anger. When they eventually get back together, her scenes with Claire are among the most impactful of the week. Pale and shaking, Claire reveals something that nobody expects. The confession that transforms everything. Claire's truth bomb. Claire sobs in front of Sharon, Nick, and Victoria during one of the most intensely emotional scenes on The Young and the Restless of the year. She breaks down in tears as she confesses to harboring a terrible secret that has a direct connection to the mayhem in Los Angeles. Holden Novak is more than simply a passing acquaintance or adventure partner, it turns out. He works for a group affiliated with the same network that used to control Claire as part of her grandmother's plots. Claire admits that she was familiar with several names and symbols from her time in Los Angeles. Proof that the individuals who destroyed her life are coming out again with new identities. There's more, though. Claire thinks Noah and Sienna Bacall are connected for a reason. The club owner might have ties to the same shadow group, utilizing her company as a front to hide illegal activity and launder money. Sharon's terror gives way to rage as she learns that her daughter's tragedy and her son's existence may have a similar evil origin. The most startling turn of all is when Claire confesses that she has been surreptitiously assisting Detective Burrow for weeks, providing him with information in return for immunity. She wasn't in Los Angeles only to recover. Rather, she was there to complete the task her grandmother had begun, but in her own unique way, by bringing to light those who had taken advantage of her. Everything is shattered by the revelation. Sharon loses faith in him. Nick feels deceived. Victoria is apprehensive and proud. Additionally, Kyle, who believed he was saving Claire, comes to the realization that he never truly knew her. The horror and redemption of Sharon. When the truth is revealed, Sharon is confronted with a new form of horror that originates internally rather than from outside dangers. She is forced to face her own past, including the kidnappings, breakdowns, and manipulations that formerly characterized her plots, as she watches her kids pulled into a criminal nightmare. But Sharon doesn't back down this time. She doesn't allow fear to control her. She promises to shield Noah and Claire from whatever evil still exists in Los Angeles, with Nick and Victoria by her side. Near the conclusion of the week, Sharon makes a symbolic final visit to the Bacall room, which is now closed off as a crime scene, and gazes at the broken glass on the floor. Broken but unbroken, her reflection gazes back. Her perseverance and the undying spirit of Genoa City's most complex survivor are demonstrated when she whispers, "You don't win this time," and leaves as the lights go out. The danger to Noah and the repercussions. In the meantime, a confused and frightened Noah Newman regains consciousness in the hospital. He admits that he heard Sienna and an enigmatic stranger discussing shifting the next shipment, a cryptic but obviously unlawful conversation. He was attacked when he attempted to record it. He did, however, notice the attacker's tattoo, a phoenix rising before fainting. Claire freezes instantly. Her grandmother's old files included that identical symbol, demonstrating that the same group is still active behind closed doors. Detective Burrow discovers a startling clue at the end of the week. The anonymous tip that prompted the raid on Sienna's club originated within Newman Enterprises. This suggests that a family member may have been behind the scenes planning this whole series of events. In the interest of preserving his legacy, Would Victor Newman be twisting strings once more? Or someone more surprising, like Audra Charles, who always seems to stay one step ahead of everyone? Final thoughts. What happens next? The week's last scenes feature subdued destruction. Claire is standing on a balcony with a view of Los Angeles skyline, her hair being whipped by the wind. She interrupts him in the middle of his speech as Kyle cautiously approaches and apologizes for his conceit. She whispers, "I'm not the same girl you fell for. You desired to keep me safe. However, I had to save myself." Viewers sense the beginning of a new chapter as she leaves, one that will test long-held beliefs against fresh realities. A mystery packet with just one photograph, a phoenix emblem carved into wood, arrives on Victor Newman's desk back in Genoa City. He narrows his gaze. His face breaks into a slow, knowing smile. "The game starts over," he murmurs. The screen goes black, the music rises, and the camera pans out. In conclusion, a week filled of edge and evolution. Sienna Bacall, played by Tamara Braun, combines glitz and danger in equal measure. Detective Burrow by Matt Cohen offers both intrigue and the possibility of romance. Deeper interest is set up by Roger Howarth's impending debut. Like never before, Claire's truth bomb divides and unifies people. Sharon's horror turns into strength. A criminal underbelly is exposed by Noah's danger. The relationship between Kyle and Claire is put to the ultimate test. As she battles for her daughter, Victoria's fire rekindles. Furthermore, Victor's shadow, which is constantly on guard, serves as a reminder that no secret in Genoa City is kept hidden for very long.